another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions, and it is my pleasure to have with me today Ben and Tracy Glynn, and they are the Glynn Team.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Dr. Wendy.
So what is the Glynn Team?
Go for it.
So the Glynn Team, we are a team of residential real estate agents. We actually work for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.
Okay.
And there's actually 3 of us. It's the 2 of us, and then we just hired one other colleague who came aboard a couple months ago. And we work primarily in St. Johns County. Okay. We work with buyers, sellers, and investors, and basically everybody who's looking to do something with real estate.
Wow, that covers a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us the real scoop about St. Johns County, because I know it's like really tight and it's really hard to find things there.
It is. Inventory is still low. We still have so many people moving to this area, of course. I mean, we were at a presentation the other day, and Ben was just talking about this, where during COVID, there were like 135 people moving to this 7-county area every day.
Right.
Now we've backed off, and people are like, oh, is the market still strong? We still have 85 people a day moving here. So
it's all relative, right?
yeah,
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
So, I mean, we can't keep up. We can't build it fast enough. And so, yeah, inventory is still tight. I think we've got about 2 months, maybe 3, but typically a normal market's like 5 to 6 months of inventory. So we still, it's tight for buyers. It's still skewed toward a seller's market, not quite as crazy as it was.
Right.
But it's still definitely, it's a good, healthy market, and people want to be here. That's the good news.
That is the good news.
So it's always one way or the other. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it like high inventory and, the interest rates, so there's always something you got to contend with, but it's a good, healthy market. People love moving here, and we've got a great place to live, so.
Great.
Yeah.
And so what advice would you give for people looking for St. John's? Obviously to come to you, but besides that, what would you tell them?
Well, that was the top point, number
Okay.
one. No, secondly, I mean, in all reality, there are so many things in St. John's as far as the different counties and different places to live. But I would say the biggest thing that we get asked about, because so much of our business is people from out of state who are moving in here,
Right.
is they've never heard of these things called CDD, Community Development District fees, and they've never heard of the association, or they're not sure what those are. So we always talk to people about, kind of figuring out what your monthly payment is going to be, and then backing into a house from there. Because a lot of people
That's what I
say
do. I had that same conversation, because I was like, I know how much I want to pay, because I like traveling, I like doing certain things, I like eating out. I want to make sure that my budget.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you're in a community where there are no CDD fees, then you maybe can afford a higher price point to stay at that same, monthly.
Right. Or
target.
if you have annual HOA association fees instead, where you're doing monthly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sure, because I had never heard of association fees. I'm from Michigan before I moved here.
We're from Wisconsin originally.
Did you have them?
We did not.
Okay,
We didn't
either.
have these amenities like we have here. So, that's the trade-off.
Exactly.
And obviously in Michigan, a lot of them don't have pools. So.
Right.
Can't use it when there's only 2 months a year there.
Right, exactly.
So what has been your biggest challenge, maybe over the last couple of years? Obviously keeping up with demand, but I know a lot of commercial is coming too. So let's talk about that a little bit. Do you get like specs where you can't fulfill, maybe has to be a build out or something like that?
Not too much with that. I think, the biggest challenge is just the inventory and having people really understand the market. So we do some market reviews with both our buyers and our sellers. The market is changing so rapidly. What it was a year ago, we used to look at comps for like the past year. That used to be what realtors did. We can't do that anymore, because it's like 3 to 4 months and it's a completely different market. So that's the big thing, is really working with somebody who is staying on top of the trends. And, we go to a lot of educational seminars and work with partners in the title business and lenders and even, home inspectors and designers and builders, so that we kind of know how things are changing so rapidly, and staying on top of all that is challenging, but worthwhile.
So how do people reach out to you?
Yeah, well, we have a website, theglynnteam.com, and Glynn is with a Y. Ben's name, obviously, people like to rhyme it, so everybody wants to say Ben Glynn.
Right,
Yeah, I was
exactly.
gonna say that.
Ben Glynn with
Thanks,
a Y.
Mom and Dad. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah. Or definitely they can call or text us. Ben's number is 904-463-2036. And
Yep.
yeah, so, we're out there. TheGlynnTeam.com is probably the easiest
Okay.
way. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming in and sharing information with us. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
Of
having
course.
us.
Thanks for having us. We had a great time.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And please check out their website and learn more about the Glynn Team. And we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.